Hey there, creators! Ever feel like you're stuck in a rut trying to make the perfect video? Here's a secret. Sometimes quantity is the key to quality. It's like practicing a sport or an instrument. The more you create, the better you get. Think about it. Every video you make is a learning experience. You learn about editing, storytelling, and what resonates with your audience. This constant creation builds your skills faster than obsessing over one perfect video ever could. So ditch the pressure of perfection, embrace the process, make a lot of videos, learn from each one, and watch your skills skyrocket.
Let me tell you a story. I was pumping out videos, trying to find my groove. Some flopped, but some took off. One video, in just 5 days, hit 50,000 views. This was huge for me at the time, way above my average. But here's the thing. I wasn't satisfied. I knew it could do better. So I dug into the analytics, specifically the retention graph. It shows you where people are dropping off in your videos. And guess what? There was a massive drop in the last few seconds. People were leaving in droves. I realized something had to change. So I trimmed off that tiny section, literally just a second or two. The result? The video's performance exploded. It went from 50,000 to 1 million views. That's the power of understanding analytics and constantly refining your content.
Okay, back to that story about the 1,000,000-view video. The magic happened because I paid attention to the retention graph. It's a tool on YouTube that shows you how long viewers are sticking around. Trust me, this data is gold. Think of it like this. You throw a party and people start leaving early. You'd want to know why, right? Same thing with YouTube. The retention graph tells you where people are getting bored or disengaged. For me, that one video had a steep drop-off right at the end. Something in those last few seconds was making people click away. It might have been a boring outro, a weird transition, or just me rambling on too long. The point is, I saw the problem and I fixed it. And boom, the video took off. Now you might be thinking it's just a few seconds, Sean. Does it really matter that much? My answer, absolutely. Especially on short-form content. Every second on a short video is precious. Think about it. If you have a 30-second video and lose just 1 second, you've lost over 3% of your viewers' attention. 2 seconds? That's 6%. It adds up fast. But here's the kicker, it's usually not just 1 or 2 seconds. That tiny drop-off you see on the retention graph, it often represents a much larger chunk of viewers who were already getting bored and finally decided to bail. So, yeah, every second counts. Don't waste your viewers' time. Keep your content tight, engaging, and get to the point.
Section 3, Beyond the Algorithm, the Power of Packaging. Now, we've talked about improving your videos themselves, but there's another piece of the puzzle that's just as important, if not more so, packaging. What do I mean by packaging? I'm talking about everything that surrounds your video. The title, the thumbnail, and the core idea itself. This is what grabs people's attention and makes them want to click. You see, a lot of creators pour their heart and soul into making amazing videos. But then they slap on a boring title, a generic thumbnail, and wonder why nobody's watching. It's like having a Ferrari with a cardboard cutout for a driver. Don't make that mistake. Your video's packaging is its first impression. It's what determines whether someone scrolls past or hits play. So make it count.
All right, let's talk about generating killer video ideas. Because without a solid idea, even the best packaging won't save you. Here's my approach. I call it the idea factory. The key is to come up with way more ideas than you actually need. I'm talking like 50 ideas for every couple of videos you plan to make. Sounds crazy, right? But here's why it works. Most of your initial ideas will be, well, not so great. That's okay. It's part of the process. By brainstorming a ton of options, you're forcing yourself to think outside the box and explore different angles. Out of those 50 ideas, you might find 40 that are just plain bad. No worries, toss those aside. That leaves you with 10 that have potential. And those are the ones we're going to focus on.
Now, before you get too excited about those 10 remaining ideas, remember this. Don't just guess, validate. You need to make sure there's an audience for your video before you spend hours filming and editing. Think of it like this. You wouldn't open a restaurant without knowing if people in your town even like the kind of food you want to serve, right? Same goes for YouTube. Validating your ideas means making sure there's actual interest in your topic. You want to know that people are searching for it, engaging with it, and hungry for more content like it. And luckily, there's an easy way to do this. You heard that right. YouTube itself is your free market research tool. It's like having a giant focus group at your fingertips, and all you have to do is use the search bar. Here's how it works. Take one of your video ideas and type it into the YouTube search bar. Then, pay close attention to the results. Are there videos with similar titles getting a lot of views? Even better, are those views higher than the channel's subscriber counts? If the answer is yes, that's a good sign. It means YouTube is actively promoting those videos to a wider audience beyond just the creator's subscribers. In other words, there's demand for that type of content. Of course, there's always a chance the topic is oversaturated. But even then, if you can bring a unique voice or perspective, it's still worth creating the video. People are always looking for fresh takes on familiar topics. Now, I know what you're thinking. Sean, are you seriously telling me to steal video ideas? Well, yes and no. Let me explain. There's a famous saying in the creative world, good artists copy, great artists steal. But before you start panicking about copyright strikes, let's clarify what that actually means. It's not about literally copying someone else's video. It's about taking inspiration from what's working, analyzing why it's working, and then putting your own unique spin on it. Think of it like this. Every genre of music has been done before, but artists are constantly finding new ways to innovate within those genres, creating fresh sounds and captivating audiences. So, don't be afraid to borrow ideas from successful YouTubers in your niche. Study their content, their packaging, their editing style. Figure out what makes their videos pop. Then, ask yourself, how can I take this concept and make it my own?
Let's talk about the elephant in the room, the YouTube algorithm. It's that mysterious force that decides which videos get seen. And let's be real, it can be frustrating. But here's the good news, you don't need to become a tech whiz. Focus on your audience. The algorithm connects viewers with content they'll enjoy. Win over your audience. Create videos that provide value, entertainment, or inspiration. The algorithm rewards you with more visibility.
This is probably the most important advice I can give you. Put yourself in your viewers' shoes. Too often, creators get caught up in their own heads. But your audience cares about one thing. What's in it for them? Why should they spend their time watching your video? What problem are you solving? What entertainment are you providing? What value are you offering? If I was scrolling through YouTube, would I click on this video? Would I watch it all the way through? Would I share it with my friends? Your video needs to grab attention, hold interest, and leave a lasting impression. You know, it's funny how much we creators obsess over the YouTube algorithm. We spend hours analyzing data, tweaking titles, and chasing those elusive viral moments. It's like we're trying to crack some secret code, hoping to unlock the key to YouTube's success. But here's the truth. The algorithm isn't some mystical beast to be feared or manipulated. It's simply a tool. A sophisticated tool, yes, but a tool nonetheless. And like any tool, it's only as effective as the person using it. The real key to YouTube's success isn't outsmarting the algorithm, it's connecting with your audience. It's about understanding what they want, what they need, what makes them tick. It's about creating videos that resonate with them on a deeper level, videos that entertain, educate, or inspire. When you shift your focus from pleasing the algorithm to serving your audience, something magical happens. Your content becomes more authentic, more engaging, and ultimately, more successful. This audience-first approach is a win-win situation. When you create content that genuinely resonates with your viewers, they're more likely to watch, like, comment, subscribe, and share. All of those actions send positive signals to the algorithm, boosting your visibility.
Now I know what some of you newer creators might be thinking. That's all well and good, Sean. But what if I don't have a huge audience yet? How can I serve an audience that doesn't exist? It's a valid concern. When you're just starting out, it can feel like you're shouting into a void. But even if you don't have thousands of subscribers, you still have an audience. It might be small, it might be scattered, but it's out there. Your job is to find that audience, connect with them, and nurture those relationships. Focus on a specific niche, a group passionate about the same things you are. When you're passionate, you're naturally drawn to others who share that passion. Connect, learn, and share your experiences. The same goes for your audience. When they find a creator who speaks their language, they're more likely to stick around and become loyal fans. Remember, every successful YouTube channel started with a single viewer. That one person who stumbled upon your video, who connected with your message, who decided to hit that subscribe button. Don't underestimate the power of that one connection. It's the foundation upon which you'll build your entire community. As you continue to create high-quality content that resonates with your niche audience, you'll start to see those initial connections multiply. One viewer will become 10, 10 will become 100, and before you know it, you'll have a thriving community of engaged fans who are eager to watch your videos, interact with your content, and support your journey as a creator. I know it can be disheartening when you're starting out on YouTube and your videos aren't getting a ton of views right away. You might start to question if you're doing something wrong, if your content is good enough, if anyone out there is actually interested in what you have to say. But here's the thing. Every successful creator you see today, every channel with millions of subscribers, started from zero. They all had to navigate the early days of building an audience, figuring out what worked, and refining their craft. So, don't get discouraged by those initial hurdles. Instead, embrace them as opportunities for learning and growth. Use this time to experiment, to try new things, to find your voice and your audience. Remember, consistency is key. The more high-quality content you create, the more chances you'll have to connect with viewers, to show up in search results, and to grow your channel organically.
You've poured your heart into making an awesome video, but how do you make sure people find it? This is where your video's title and description come into play. Think of them as your video's first impression. They need to be eye-catching and informative. Your title should be clear and attention-grabbing. The description provides more context and detail. Section 3. Experiment, adapt, and evolve. The key to long-term growth on YouTube. Here's the thing about YouTube. It's constantly changing. The algorithm evolves, audience preferences shift, and new trends emerge all the time. What worked yesterday might not work tomorrow, and what's popular today might be old news next week. That's why it's crucial to approach your YouTube journey with a mindset of continuous learning and adaptation. Don't be afraid to experiment with different video formats, content styles, or publishing schedules. Pay attention to what resonates with your audience, what they're watching, sharing, and commenting on, and use that data to inform your future content strategy. Remember, YouTube is a marathon, not a sprint. There's no magic formula for overnight success. It takes time, effort, and a willingness to evolve with the platform to build a sustainable and rewarding channel. Embrace the journey, stay curious, and never stop learning.
Section 4. From data to insights. Using analytics to guide your content strategy. YouTube provides creators with a wealth of data and analytics to track their channel's performance, understand their audience, and identify areas for improvement. But raw data alone won't get you very far. The key is to transform that data into actionable insights, to uncover the why behind the numbers, and use that knowledge to make informed decisions about your content strategy. For example, don't just look at your overall view count. Dive deeper into your audience retention graphs to see where viewers are dropping off, which videos are holding their attention, and what elements might be causing people to click away. Analyze your traffic sources to understand where your viewers are coming from. Search, suggested videos, external websites, and tailor your content strategy accordingly.
Section 1. The journey of 1,000 subscribers and beyond. So there you have it, creators. We've covered a ton of ground today, from the power of quantity to the importance of packaging, from understanding the algorithm to embracing your audience. It might seem overwhelming at first, but here's the thing. You don't have to master everything overnight. Remember those first few shaky steps you took as a kid learning to walk? You stumbled, you fell, but you kept getting back up. YouTube is no different. It's a journey of small steps, consistent effort, and a whole lot of passion. Celebrate those milestones along the way. Your first 100 subscribers, your first 1,000 views, that first comment from someone who truly connected with your message. These are the moments that fuel your creative fire and remind you why you started this journey in the first place. Level up your YouTube game. This is more than just creating videos. It's about building a community, sharing your voice, and making a real impact. You don't have to do it alone. We're all in this together, supporting each other's growth and celebrating each other's successes. Click the link in the description below to join the challenge.